I do. I was gonna go back and make. Actually, why am I going back up? I have a crafting bench.
Oh, here, you can have this one.
Oh, sounds good.
Oh,
I was running all the way back up to get another one. It's like I have a crafting bench on me. It doesn't really make sense.
yeah. Yeah, war's sad, man. It sucks. But I don't know. I'm really glad that. I don't know if it's safe to say this, but like I feel like it's a lot harder for something like that to happen nowadays, especially where I feel like, especially this coronavirus, you see how one cool thing about it is it's really brought not just the US but the world together in general. Like it's been a sad tragedy, but it's also been a uniting thing too. To me it is really cool to think about. It sucks that people are dying because of it, but it's really cool to see that it's not just people in the Western United States that talked about the coronavirus. It's the world that is like, it's affected everybody, and it's really cool to see everybody band together and kind of come together and try to combat this as one. You know what I mean? We're not fighting over territory anymore.
Well, it's not a popular opinion at all, but my opinion, there's a lot of people that have the mentality like I don't wish harm on anyone, but I do believe 100% that the older generation who is currently in control of things, mostly, politicians and huge businessmen that have tons of money and power, I firmly believe that they are directly at fault for some of the problems going on in our world.
Yeah, I mean,
just because they keep perpetuating a system that hurts people, and they make money off of it, and that's the reason they perpetuate it. And it's like, if they didn't have the power to keep it going, could you imagine what we could change and how we could improve everybody's lives in general?
Absolutely. But dude, this has been going on for hundreds, if not thousands of years. I mean, you can go back in time and look at people that history's just tried to erase, like Nikola Tesla, for example, which is a guy that I never even heard of until probably like 4 years ago, when my dad he told me about him, because he never heard about him in school. We always heard about Thomas Edison.
Oh no, we always learned about Edison.
Is a scumbag.
It's a giant turd.
Like if anything, Edison's not an inventor, dude. He was a marketer.
He was a capitalist.
He's a businessman. That's exactly what it was.
You had to hire people to do the work
and he'd
for
slap
him.
his name on it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's stuff like that sucks.
I was actually watching. We watched Ford versus Ferrari the other day. Such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend. It's so much fun to watch. But we started looking up like the IMDb to look at the actors and the cast and everything, and just fun facts about the movie. But also there was fun facts about real history in there, because it's based on real history. And from that, I started looking up Henry Ford, the guy who created cars. Well, basically, and as well the production line that basically revolutionized the industrial world. I was shocked to learn this. He was anti-Semitic. He hated Jewish people.
Really?
Yes. Oh. He actually had a newspaper that he bought. Well, it was actually like a journal type of thing, like like basically a newspaper. They put out articles on a regular basis talking about how terrible Jewish people were and how they were the problem with our world. And I didn't know that. I knew he was kind of a piece of crap, and I knew he initially worked for Edison too. And that, that's kind of what led me into that line of thought, is he worked for Edison at one point. But he 100% supported, and I knew he did because most Americans did, but before we got involved in World War II, he 100% supported the Germans and the Nazi Party and what they were doing.
But why though? That's my question, is what did the Jews do that pissed everybody off? Maybe I'm ignorant to that, but I never understood it.
It's a mentality that I think has persisted since forever, more or less. The mentality that I think part of it comes from Christian belief. The mentality that the Jewish people are guilty of having killed Christ. And okay, Sure, but that was ancestors, and it may not even be the ancestors of current Jewish
Mm-hmm.
people because
What
I
about like
mean, being Jewish
converts?
isn't really an ethnicity. It's a lot
Like it
of
seems
it's a lot
like
of
a lifestyle and a religion, not an ethnicity.
yeah, it's a lifestyle. I mean, and if you're gonna think like that, it's like, well, if that's the mentality you're gonna maintain, then it's the Jewish people who live in Jerusalem, which means the whole point of attacking people who live in other parts of the world for that reason is completely stupid. Like I was just playing the devil's advocate there. If you wanted to point the blame at somebody, you pointed at the ones in Jerusalem because they're likely descended from the ones that actually killed Christ.
Yeah.
But still, it's like I'm not going to blame somebody for something their ancestors did. Like, who cares?
Yeah, move
All of our
on.
ancestors did terrible
Well,
things.
the way of life back then, 1,000 years ago, hundred, even hundreds of years ago, it's life.
It
Yeah,
was
life
different.
changes. People have to adapt. You can't hold that
Mhm.
same mentality. But that goes full circle to like you were saying how people that are running the country are just they aren't changing. They're holding that same
Mhm.
old,
They're not.
powerful, egotistical mentality that hasn't gotten anyone anywhere.
Yep. They're not doing anything to help anybody. They're just doing what they can to maintain their own. Some coal. I'll put it in the. Oh crap! I'll put it in these bottom two furnaces.
Cool.
I'll go see if I can get more. Oh, I forgot. I came up here for food.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of there.
Take some chicken.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
I don't know. The world's a messed up place, but hopefully a lot of the younger generations seem to be more reasonable and be able to, look at reason that, how do I say it? Look at some of the things that have been done and not buy into the nonsense
Oh
associated
yeah.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's the thing is critical thinking skills is essential. Being able to make decisions yourself based on, you know, your own understanding and not just buying into and believing everything you're told because there's a lot of lies that
Oh
are
yeah,
told in the
absolutely.
world.
A bunch of
Okay.
idiotic people out there. But like I totally agree, dude. That's one cool thing about like younger generations is they're more open to things and they're more open to learning new ways of thinking, new ways of living life, and not just buying into the old habitual ways that people have been living for hundreds of years. Like for example, one thing that probably like 30, even 20 years ago, God, even probably 10 years ago, is like the exception of like gay people in society was not a thing. Like people were very anti-gay, and for me, like I don't see why it's such a big deal letting people do whatever they want. You know what I mean? I've never associated somebody like I've never associated their sexuality with what kind of person that is. You know what I mean? Like for example, Freddie Mercury. I've never met the guy, and I don't care that he's gay or not. Like I buy into Freddie Mercury because I love his music. I love what he's created. I don't really care who he's boning. Like that doesn't affect my opinion on him at all. And why should it? You know, and this goes back to like religion and the Jews. Who cares what they believe or what they're doing? Let them do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Well, and even from that perspective too, like just people's mentality of like, oh, being anti-Jewish. It's like if you claim to be religious, you have to have the mentality of in the Bible it says the Jewish people are the chosen people and always will be. Like so what does that make somebody who persecutes them? Especially a religious person who does that. It's like that doesn't look good on a religious person's record for the most part, you know.
It's really cool. We found
But, yeah, I mean,
a
it's
shaft.
like when people aren't, and that emerald too. We need to get some iron here. I haven't seen
There's some
any.
right here.
Okay, good. Because we need to iron pick for some of this stuff.
Yeah, to me, it's just
It's really not hard to just love and appreciate
Oh, yeah.
people. We're all going to be different, and honestly, people aren't doing anything for the most part when they're making decisions, doing anything that hurts me or affects me. So I encourage them. You know, they have full right. I will fight for their right to make decisions, but like
Yeah.
that.
I agree, dude. Like I said, going all the way back to the beginning, and I guess kind of just wrapping up this whole conversation is, I love the diversity, and that's what makes the world great, dude. Is just the diversity of life. I mean, you can go to different countries and learn about different people, which I highly recommend, dude. I think every human being should leave their culture and their country at least once to go experience how other people are living. Like it's so fascinating to me. I mean, you may not agree with how they live, but who cares? That's their way of life. It's just really cool to learn.
That's one of the things I found diamonds.
I can go make an iron pick real quick. I'm actually gonna build I'm gonna build a little like base here that we.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a crafting table.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like, going back on, like, how big do we want to make this, or do you just want me to?
No, I'm gonna build it in and block it off so we can't get wrecked.
Oh, okay, sounds good. But yeah, like, I look at, like, well, people in England, like, gay marriage has been legal there for a very long time. Does it affect anybody? No. Do most people care? No, because it doesn't affect anybody. And I mean, yeah, there are people who are still against it, but it's like, like usually there's a word for them, a British word. They call them nutters because they're nuts, they're insane, that type of thing. It's like, why would you get upset about something that doesn't affect you?
That's my biggest thing, dude. Is it's like, what does it matter what people do? As long as they're not hurting anybody, I encourage it, dude. If you're not hurting anybody, do whatever you want.
Yep. I think that's a good mentality to have.
Okay, look at some iron in there.
I've got 4. There we go.
Dude, this is really exciting that we found this.
I know, this is nice. I'm gonna actually harvest some of these spider webs to get
string.
Oh dang! I found more diamonds. Yeah, to get string, so we can make like fishing poles and bows and things like that.
I'm gonna make you a diamond or a iron pick real quick.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think we've got at least 6 diamonds.
There, behind you.
Maybe more. Thank you. I'll grab those real quick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's just a set of 4 there. And there's 2 more down here. Oh, and a lot of emeralds and gold. Huh. Dang. A lot of stuff here. Oh, sand. Or not sand, gravel. That's always scary.
Saw him. Which way did you go? That way? I'm gonna harvest a lot of these rails. I'm gonna build a
sounds good.
Build a track up to the house. Well, if you get can get redstone for me, that'd be.
We have 7 diamonds. Yeah.
Redstone's with an iron pick, right?
Yeah, you have to get it with iron. I think it's safe to say you can't harvest anything but iron and coal with a stone pick. So, at least that's how I maintain it, because I don't want to
risk it.
Risk it, yeah.
That's another cool thing about coming back to Minecraft every so often, is experiencing all the new updates that they. Like, I don't know much about the newer ones that they've added within the last 6 months, probably, because it's probably been that long since I've actually sat down and played this game for more than one sitting.
I just realized that my character has huge amounts of experience points.
How much?
level 56.
Dang, I'm only at 11.
I'm pretty sure that's from being on creative and building stuff I've built.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't plan on spending it anytime soon, or even really at all, because honestly, I'm kind of gonna play a more passive role in all this. I'll help do all the basic stuff, but in terms of exploring, since I know everything, I'll just let you and anyone else who plays do it, and I'll follow along.
I guess that's another thing too. We should probably preface now that we're 3 episodes in. Do you have any torches, by the way, that I could have?
Yeah. Oh, I have 2. Hold on, I can make more.
I don't.
There we go.
I have no coal right now. I don't have any wood for that matter.
There is 27 right there.
I think you picked it up.
Oh, I picked him back up somehow. How did that happen? Oh. There we go.
Yeah, this is, I guess, Jordan, if you just want to go ahead and explain, like, where this level comes from and what's on it, because it's not empty.
So, this level is a level that I created to build sort of an adventure on. Basically, I was planning on creating an adventure for people to play, where they would go and explore different structures and castles throughout the map and just be on one big quest or something. And there's probably a dozen or so massive structures on the map, and probably about the same amount of smaller structures scattered around. Some of them are full of loot, some of them are not. Some of them are booby-trapped, some aren't. A good portion of them are unfinished for the most part. So they might be fun to explore, there may not be any reason to explore them. I just figure at this point we can play this out, have fun with it, and I will slowly continue adding to the level. If we decide we want to go check out a location ahead of time, I'll go make sure it's finished and work on it and get it all set up so that when whoever else joins us wants to go explore it, we can all go explore it, and I'll just kind of be a passive adventurer with you while you get to experience the majesty of the beautiful structures in this level.
Yeah, they're actually really cool. And when did you say you started this level, like 8 years ago? How long ago?
2012.
Oh, so yeah, 8 years.
It's an old level. When this level started, the Minecraft map... Okay, I should say... Oh, there's a skeleton on me. When I started this level, there was only the most basic Minecraft map, like one for when Microsoft bought it, which was, what was it, like 150 blocks long or something? Or was it, no, it was 500 blocks long. Hard to imagine that the levels used to be that small. So there is a core center of this map at 0, 0, going around those initial 500. Yeah. There's about 10 structures. They're all visible from, one from another. You can basically see them. Hence the reason we didn't, start there. But...
Well, and that's another reason why we decided to start this long Let's Play on this one, is because, like, it's not going to get abandoned.
There's so much we can do. Yeah.
I think that was, like, the biggest thing for me, is because I've started so many levels. It's like, okay, well, what if we get bored with it, I don't want to have to start a new one or forget about it. With this, I mean, even if we do take occasional breaks on it, like, I know that it'll always be there because it's something that you've been putting work into for a long time.
Yeah. And honestly, I can save it. I have multiple saves of it already. I actually don't have any on my PC currently, just because this is the first time I've actually signed this profile in on the PC. But I can download it and save a copy of it if I need to. Just in case something happens, we have a
How
copy.
often does this save, Like, if we were to crash right now, would we wake up right here, come back right here?
The realm, I think, saves pretty regularly.
Oh, that's right. This is a realm, huh?
Yeah. Hold on. I might be able to check saving. I don't see. Oh crap! Can I change the size of this?
Also, is the day and night cycle on? I don't know if it's ever been night.
Oh, you know what? It probably isn't. Now that I think about it, I might have just set it to day. How do I? Let me see if I can return that to normal. Crap! Because I think I did just set it to day so that we could, so that I could build continuously without the risk of anything. Give me a second. Let me get back to our initial little base spot and just so I'm safe. Okay, there may be a skeleton, by the way, like at that crossroads we made there. Okay, let me see if I can return the day-night cycle. Okay, cool. Not hard. Oops. Day-night cycle locked. Wait, locked or unlocked?
No idea.
I'm pretty sure I had it locked, so it would always be day. Let me check. Can we see if the sun's moving?
We're stuck in what is it, Alaska or Antarctica? What's the one that can stay lit for days? Or is it dark for days?
Can't tell if this is moving. It's both, honestly. I think that's moving.
Hey, did you ever get your stimulus check yet?
Clouds. Yeah, I got that. I still don't have my tax
See,
return.
I got neither. I didn't get my tax return or my stimulus check.
Stupid. Like, okay, I don't think it.
Well, I think one of the reasons is like this is the first year I've had a real job where I've had to pay taxes, and there was something with the taxes where I had to like do something with my parents because we didn't file it wrong. There was something else that they needed extra, and so yeah, I haven't got my stim check or my tax return, my federal one anyway. I got my state one. But still would be nice to get that money because that's like it's like $1,500 that I could really use.
Okay, for some reason this isn't unlocking. Hold on.
See. I mean, I can't complain though. Like they're just giving out free money. I don't want to feel like I'm entitled, but I feel left out. Everyone else in my house got a lot of money. Oh shoot, it almost broke.
How do I... Hold on, I'm gonna have to look up and see if there's a separate command for unlocking the day-night.
I'm gonna die. Holy crap. God, I'm gonna die.
Don't die.